Oh, it's going. Alright. Pardon me. It takes forever to get started. So this is what I've turned my ship into. For better or worse, it's a bit of a chungus now. It's a flying brick. It's very powerful, however. Or it would be if there wasn't a bug in the game stopping all the nuclear engines from working, which makes it impossible to get closer or further away from enemy ships. I'm still quite proud of the design. When it doesn't lock up like that. We're not going to be sticking to Rimworld for very long because of the performance issues. I had, what's the word I want? Runtime GC installed, but it turns out that's a problematic mod that can break save files. So now the only performance enhancing mod I have is Rocket Man, which doesn't... I mean, sometimes it's smooth, sometimes not. I found out there were causes, specific causes, making it slow. Like a half-deleted object that I couldn't get rid of that was invisible, not officially there, but still there. I edited the save file to get rid of it, and that worked. And it ran smoothly for a while. I was like, praise God, hallelujah. But then when I kept playing for a while, some other issue came up. I don't know what it is. Let's look at it. It's all the yellow text. I don't know what any of that means. So I knew how to fix the last one. I don't know how to fix this issue. It's always something. I can't play this for long because everybody bails if I do. Unfortunately, no one likes to watch Rimworld. I just thought I'd show you what's become of my stout little spaceship. I'm quite proud of the design. I think next thing I'm going to do is expand the shield size and then add 2 more spinal railguns and 2 more engines to each of these nacelles. So I fill out the maximum shield size and then extend the nose and extend the badonkadonk. So it's sort of plus shaped. But then I could also theoretically extend the engines backwards on this end, and the spinal railguns can be longer. I don't know. I'll have to see. So far, it looks good to do that. Issue is these have to be next to each other. You can't have these be at an offset because they form a section of the hull, and so it stops being airtight. Also, until whoever, I guess Tynan? No, whoever maintains this mod, until they fix the bug, I can't really win any space battles. Which is bananas, because this thing has so much heat capacity and so much radiator capacity. The radiators don't work the way they used to. These used to absorb heat and slowly dissipate it through the external radiators. Now there are no external radiators. Now you absorb heat through the coolant, and the radiators get rid of the heat, which is quite a big shakeup. Do you like how I've overlapped the, oh no, Husky had a heart attack. Can I make him bionic? He's pretty old. He's got dementia. Administer Juggernaut Serum. Pregnant dog. Well, so long. Here's my pig cube. It's fucking filthy, despite the sterile tiles. I guess there was never any chance it wouldn't become covered in shit with 100 pigs. There was a mega massive raid earlier where they landed inside the walls and destroyed a lot of my lasers. But they contributed their bodies to a good cause. which is that they became my zombie army next time someone lands inside my walls like that, which is a fucking illegal move, by the way. That's a dick move. Why do I even have walls if you're just going to land inside them? It's not a bad idea. Short talk. Cube pigs like Minecraft. I'm running out of fossil fuels, though. And I haven't bought enough replacement nuclear rods to pick up the slack with the nuclear reactor. So it's not an issue yet. It's not an issue yet. Obviously, my batteries are full. It's going to become an issue, though, later on. You like my little cow area? I may have overdone it with the pillars, but I couldn't figure out its correct spacing. Evidently, these are unnecessary. I guess I can just get rid of these, because this one doesn't have any problems. These overlap, though, so that it could be that it does. Speaking of blood as fuel, now that I have this big battery, I could theoretically eliminate all these and turn them into additional cells for blood prisoners. Which I think I'm going to do, actually. I don't know what I'll turn this into. Oh, but do I want to do that now? I don't know. I know what I want to do here. This is a good spot for an indoctrination pod, which will let me automatically capture people to Strogg. Although now that I can clone people, I have no motivation to convert anybody. Listen to background rain. That's Kino. Video game rain is always so calming. Look at how many... This is an expensive defense system. It costs a lot of resources to constantly repair it. I almost think I was better off just with walls. Whereas the corpses can be used over and over again, and they're self-replenishing. The nice thing about having these out here is I don't have to send a guy out there to trigger this Dead Life dust bomb. I can just use it, do it from the remote. The remote console indoors. I can have someone control this and shoot a laser from here to here and activate all my corpse minions. Also here, which is much safer than having to send pawns to locations nearby. I'm running out of fuel. I'm out of fuel. I need more poo. I guess you forced my hand. I have to, just because I need more poo. I saw Longlegs recently. It wasn't bad, and it wasn't great. A very basic plot that's saved completely by Nicolas Cage's performance. I'm glad that guy's getting more recognition for the great actor that he is. As long as he's cast in the correct roles. What is this going to be up here? I don't have any plans for that yet. I donated plasma again today for $50 measly. Probably shortening my life, but that's the benefit. I don't really want it to live too long in the way the world's turning out. It forced me to miss a call from the government, though. I had to tell them I'm not allowed to have a conversation because they tell you, the people in the lab coats inside the blood place tell you no having phone calls on the donation floor. It's not really a donation exactly. Froze. Oh, froze again. Keeps freezing. Why does it keep doing that? The nice thing about these defenses is that they single-handedly take care of destroying incoming enemies for you. But there's no panacea. There's always some kind of downside to every upside, which is that you have to then repair all the turrets. Where did that ability to auto-mine everything go? We'll get to Dead Space, alright? This is all I wanted to show you from Rimworld anyway. We'll get to it. I just don't have the wherewithal to change the status every time we change game. Because we were a variety stream. We play lots of different games. Should I play the 2008 version first? I've heard this is well reviewed. Well reviewed remaster. Nothing's happening. Hang on. Something's wrong. It's not working. Alright, I need to upgrade my driver. Hang on. How y'all doing? I'm the king of doing stuff during the stream that I should have done before the stream. I have some other stuff we can play until then. Escape the basement. Isn't that relatable? It's something's doing. There we go. So I'll upgrade everything in the background. Do you like it? I mean, other than the fact that they tried to fucking sneakily charge you $123. Like, do you like the service? Is it something that you would consider sensible compared to how much you spend on groceries? I'm too lazy to make the meals at all. I just been putting it all in the freezer. I canceled mine already because I don't want a surprise charge. I think I've got 3 of them out of the 4. I guess if you compared it to like a rich person's grocery bill, it might make sense. And if you were not so rich that you had a private chef. Oh, you mentioned that. Alright, it's frozen. Still frozen. I think it broke. Alright, that one doesn't work. Why does this always happen when I stream? I don't yawn at any other point in the day. The armored shell. That's written also is getting dark. And also... Better not really look like that. This is PS1 style. There we go. Oh, it's like what's the word I want? It's like that mech game on Xbox. I can't remember the name. Movement. No, none of those. It's the one with the big peripheral. The big dual... The thing where you have all the switches. And an eject button that deletes your save if you don't. It has like $100 peripheral joystick thing. Yeah. See, oh, that's the one. I hate this. Why can't I just control it normally? I have no peripheral vision. I hate this. Why would you not be able to control it normally? Even the sub that imploded had a game controller. Right, obviously I don't know what to do. Obviously it's not correct. I don't like this one, however. Why do I only yawn when I'm streaming? I know from experience that if I go to sleep when I start yawning in the evening, then I wake up at like 4 a.m. and then I have to decide, do I go back to sleep or do I completely fuck up my sleep cycle by staying up and letting my sleep time shift further and further in the day. My daughter. I'm on. It's been around 2 months. We just don't have any updates. I'm sorry. Last thing I know, we've gone there to search. This isn't normal. Devil's Rest. Oh, Payman, the demon from Hereditary. Can I drive at all? I guess I can't. No, I can't. Can I jump? I can't jump. Well, that escalated quickly. Gushers, gushers, gushers. There's no puzzle items. Surely this is where a stone would be. More body parts. Gas station. So frustrating when I go out all day because my symptoms of my postnasal drip clear up completely just from breathing clean air. Goofy ass scream. Fucking cartoon character. Ah! Oh no, spooky. Spooky scary. Oh no. Oh, jump scare, spooky scary. We're gonna get by the spooky ghost. The spooky post. Payman gets reused a lot. It's just a popular demon name from, I think, there's a demonology book that everybody gets their demon names from. I forget the name of it. Little Smurf village. Oh, big random fucking doll head. Because we had the asset. It was a free asset, and why not? Doll heads are spooky, right? Oh no, doll heads. Very scary. This is just Slender the 8 pages. Do I have any right to shit all over this, given that I have made 0 games? I just get fucking jaded. This is obviously a beginner's project. Or this is somebody who has experience making games but not with horror games. So many people have technical skills to make games, but their level of understanding of horror storytelling is at like 1999 creepypasta level. What is this? What manner of dude and fella is that? That's how people fail upwards. I was reading about that, how people who demonstrate proficiency in entry-level positions get promoted and promoted and promoted because of their relationship and familiarity with their employers, but they quickly get promoted into positions they have no relevant experience for. And the belief that just being proficient at all in one area is equal to general competence. It's a flesh lad of some description. These are such clashing assets. Clashing assets. So I looked up my symptoms online and I got BRI, building related illness, which is only if it's an actual medically definable illness. Which is something communicable, I believe. Or sick building syndrome, SBS. Sick building syndrome is when it's completely like toxin related and it's not bacterial or viral. It's probably just down to dust. Nothing gets cleaned. And no amount of cleaning by me seems to fix it completely. Also, poor airflow. I didn't know until like 5 days ago that AC units, even window AC units, don't bring fresh air into the house. They just recirculate. They exchange heat to the outside, but they don't bring in outside air. So I probably had very high CO2 levels, which would explain my brain fog and forgetfulness and headaches and nausea, which was all the symptoms they listed. I hope it's reversible. I used to be a sharp fella. I hope I didn't permanently brain my damage. Why can't I do this? Why am I scared or lazy to do this? It's just one big area with a flat plane and some default grass. And some assets that they found off of a asset store. Goofy ass fella dying in that pose. That would really shock everybody if someone had the talent to use the tools to make a game. But also over a decade of experience telling worthwhile spooky stories. Then again, I don't have a lot of really simple ones that would be, because you have to, how do I want to say this? Telling a story in game form stretches it out. It's slower and more laborious in terms of creating scripted sequences to convey a story through in-game actions. So the story itself has to be simpler. I have Dead Metal, I have Debut, I have Flicker. That might be too simple though. Flicker might be good. The other one I saw recently I really liked, much better than Longlegs, was Handling the Undead. It just made me sick. Not like because of gore, but because it was really just fucked up. A fucked up situation. Some kind of radiation or something causes the dead to start reanimating. But they're not like zombie movie zombies. They're just dead bodies that move and kind of react slightly. They don't react too much. They just kind of stand around or wheeze or look at stuff. And it's all about the sickness of how painful and cruel it is. That they kind of came back to life, but not really. To the people who were already still freshly mourning them, grieving. And now seemingly a miracle happened where their loved one came back to life, but not enough. So they would wash the body, they would dress it up, and they would try to feed it. They would try to give it something to drink, but of course they're lying to themselves because that's not a living person. I feel like it was a social commentary on healthcare, on trying to keep people alive long past the brain being functionally destroyed. Two of them, the bodies were relatively fresh. One of them was terribly injured, so that you can see visible injuries on its body. And spoiler alert, they do a little bit of fucked up stuff. Like one of them. There's a little bit of violence, but they're not like movie zombies where they immediately try to kill anybody around them. They don't really react much. One of them was not so lucky. One of them, significant decomposition had already happened, and it was already buried by the time the radiation waves started reanimating corpses. So there's this little boy, Elias, whose like skin is grayish green, and it looks all withered, and his eyes have no pupils, and he looks decomposed. Flies keep buzzing around him in every scene. But they dig him up anyway because they hear him moving around down there. And they still try to resume life as if nothing's wrong. And the whole story is about them just coming to terms with the fact that their loved ones are in fact dead, even though they're moving. And how the cruel trick nature played by making them somewhat alive again doesn't really change that fact. And it just twisted the knife in their heart a little bit more. I strongly recommend it. It's a great movie. It's like Norwegian or Swedish, so it's not in English. Easy enough to find with subtitles, and old enough that it's not a cam rip either. It's a proper disc rip. Aha. It's really sad, because it's like Close Only Counts in Horseshoes, you know? What now? There's an implication that bodies are being mass exhumed, where there's this one scene with excavators being driven into the graveyard to dig everybody back up. So, but that never gets a payoff. We never see any other couples, any other families besides the three ones, of which one is gay and one is interracial, because it's a Scandinavian film, and that's how they like to do things. The commentary is just lovely, though. I don't want to spoil the ending. It's nothing bombastic. It's very understated, but the realism is just what makes it so gutting. Like when he excavates the boy, he's like choking, and he pushes on his stomach, and all the embalming fluid comes out. The boy has to throw up all the embalming chemicals and shit that they put in him at the morgue. I kept waiting for it to turn into Night of the Living Dead, because there's like gentle implication that the dead will become gradually more violent. I don't want to spoil some of the more shocking scenes, but some of the bodies do eventually start to react in violent ways, but only. You kind of have to walk into it, though. You kind of have to put yourself in their grasp, which people gladly do, out of self-delusional desire to believe their loved ones have really returned from the dead. I don't know what to do now. Escape does nothing. I've never seen this house. Bounding box won't let me inside. It's just a prop. Well, this sucks. I have nothing but praise for that movie. It's kind of the plot of Pet Sematary, but without all the explicit, like, demonic stuff. There's no real explanation given, except for the scenes where, like, something happens invisibly that sets off all the car alarms and causes electrical disturbances on the radio and all the traffic lights. Bugler penis. It's a ancient family surname. This is too relatable. This is already my... Oh, that teddy bear. You can't see him. He's off screen. Oh, the worst has happened. Normies have discovered the Strangetown series because Vinny streamed it. So it's going to be fucking corrupted by 9-year-olds fucking doing weird fetish stuff with it, like they did with Five Nights at Freddy's. I dread, and also fan fiction and fan games are gonna ruin any good memories we ever had of that series. Well, I guess it was already kind of depraved in various ways. Oh, I'm streaming while streaming. Bugler penis. Have I got it wrong? J L I have a shit memory. J L J M L E. No. KNMD. KNMD. I don't know. Z equals A. We're doing it backwards? A. I can't remember anything for longer than a second. K and MD. JMLC. Doesn't work. Orange Z to green A. Alone. I should have figured that out. There we go. Oh, cool transitions. This is wigging me out, streaming within a stream. This is like some Philip K. Dick shit. He's Rip Roaring Booger Penis. You're not famous until you have allegations. I don't know how to play piano. Aha. That's helpful. I watched a YouTube about cult games, like Worlds.com and Kanye Quest. Should we play Kanye Quest? There's also apparently a expensive ass Minecraft single player mod made by a romance cult called Twin Flames Universe that seems really interesting. It seems like a spooky and possibly dangerous stream. Hey, this is my room. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. No, what's going on? I can't hear. One, two, eight. That's totally not what it's saying. Was that good? Was that bad? Uh-oh. Was that right or wrong? Jump scare, jump scare, jump scare. The big scary monster. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. People know how to make games and even have cool gameplay concepts, but they don't know how to tell a story that's scary. Here's the game where you get to be the dog. Which raises the question, why... I was watching some collar camera footage of a cat's day out today. There are whole channels where all they do is strap cameras to cat collars, and it's fucking entrancing. Seeing all the adventures cats get up to with their buddies and their enemies. You get to learn who are the bros and who are the foes. Bros, foes, and hoes. And it made me wonder why there's not been a cat MMO based on like Stray, where everybody gets to be cat, maybe based on the Warriors books, where you can like form cat gangs and do gang battles for territory and just do cat stuff, cat parkour. Finally, it's me. I'm the dog. I really want a cat MMO. Is that? I feel like that's not a dumb idea. Or everybody's a cat. There should be a dedicated meow button, and also all the voice acting should just be meows when you text chat each other. Ooh, shit! Part of your complete breakfast. Don't put a timer on. I can eat flapjacks fast as fuck. I can eat hella flapjacks, boy. Dad, who is that? Don't worry, pal. It's just our dog. I'm eating my damn flapjacks. I don't get to finish my flapjacks. Oh, that's not a dog. This family keeps the captive human. Just let me eat my flapjacks. I remember seeing another horror film just like this, where a father loves his daughter, and his daughter becomes infatuated with a boy. So the father kidnaps the boy and forces him to, like, the daughter's homeschooled, so she has a prom, but she has like a homeschool prom with the boy of her dreams who was kidnapped and stabbed, so that he won't try to get away again. That doesn't spook me because I'm desensitized to human unreasonableness. Do I not actually get to be a dog in this game? Dong ding, what the hot habit that? Yes? We're investigating a recent fire at a grocery store. Bad dog. Just a dog. Right. Bad dog, bad dog. Do I have to punish you again? Do you want the duct tape? Do you want the rubber lederhosen? I'll do it. You don't know what I'm capable of. Or maybe you do. Can you take a look at the TV? I just got a lot of vertical sync issues. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Does she got the dumpy? She does not have the dumpy. That's a pitiful dumpy. Was that what I bust my ass every day for? To come home to a busted ass? I expect the cheeks to be sublime for the work that I put in as the patriarch of the family. Is that unreasonable? Not to get into depression posting, but whenever I despair that I'll never probably be married or own a home or have children, I look at other families where the dude is still pretty fit, but his wife, her ass has just somehow ballooned up. She looks like a parade float. He doesn't look happy. I mean, the kids make him happy, but people often don't look happy in their marriages. And you sacrifice a lot to to get to that point, only to discover that's not what you wanted. Then what's the alternative? Dying alone? I also doubt if I could love romantically again. I find a lot more fulfillment. Since my last relationship in 2019, I have found more fulfillment from friendship than I ever have. I mean, other than the fact that I would like to fuck without paying for it. Not that I've ever done that. That's like the one thing. Is it really that important to have a particular person that you exclusively have sex with? Is that really worth everything society makes you pay for it? Because capitalism puts you on a big time treadmill. It puts mankind's oldest, most primal drive behind a paywall and dangles it in front of you like a carrot. And you pay through the nose to get your dick wet and not be happy about any of it. You're the best. Yay, cartoons. Are my children retarded? Let me look at their faces. That would be a cell phone, wouldn't it? Oh, shut up, dog. I'll give you something to moan about. Oh, that's not how necks work. Necks don't do that. Why is her neck like that? Why? What is her head doing? Her body's sideways, but her head is like at a 90-degree angle. Everything's okay. I'll handle it. That's not okay. I feel violated. Not more than this guy we have in the closet, though. I think the spooky part's the family's in on it. What if it actually is a dog and that's the... What was that? So I saw something in my peripheral vision. Is that a physically modeled neighborhood or a skybox? That's one thing AI turned out to be really good for, is custom skyboxes. If you ask it to make one, you can save a lot of labor that way. On stuff that nobody really cares about the origin of. And does all the distortion for you and everything. I love AI. That's a controversial opinion, but it's also a brave opinion. How could I be so controversial, yet also so very brave at the same time? If you do it right, there's no contradiction. I'm liking this one so far. It's something different at least. I miss Suda Regalia. I miss dummy thick goat cheeks from Goat Mommy. That was a really relaxing game. It was very pure and simple. It's just about mastering the controls to an absurd degree. By the end, I felt I felt I'd grown in my skill. I can't go out. Wanna go for a walk, boy? Take a bat. Excuse me? Excuse me, take a bat to calm down the dog? What, like the animal? Am I gonna feed him a bat? I've a sneaking suspicion that's not what it is. I don't like this one bit. This was the wife's idea, alright? What is the alternative, though, to getting married? I feel like it's not so much about happiness as it is about avoiding misery. It's just being like 50 or 60 years old, living in a van by the river, just being alone all the time, which is less burdensome when you're autistic, because you don't... Oh, I've never seen that before. He got out. Ah! Was that the dog? Am I the dog now? Has he taken over my family? I see chains. Did they butt fuck him? I see a laptop. That's not a good sign. I see some Nintendo 64 paintings. I see some Fantasy Tavern crate default props. Really, is it you, Katie, honey? Don't worry, pal. It's just our dog. I'm not the dog. I'm the man of the house. Uh-oh. How quickly fortunes can change. That's the story. You become the GIMP, apparently. I guess that's the GIMP rules. The GIMP code is that if you overcome the patriarch of the house and lock him in the GIMP dungeon, he becomes the GIMP and you become the master. This also reminds me of an art film. Something about Bunny in the title, where Bunny is the name of this girl that's horribly abused. She's in on it. She's an actress, but it's really hard to watch. There's some really fucked up shit in that film. It's just about a gross, fat old trucker with a gun locking up this girl in her 20s and doing every horrible thing to her, making her eat like shit and vomit and stuff. Why would I not kick the door down? I'm a grown man. I'm a 6'4" man. I wonder if you keep playing it beyond that point if you're able to escape. This is another episode of the author's thinly veiled fetish. Oh, it's a Game Boy. Can I don't know how to play this one. WSD, Z to interact. I don't want to play a Game Boy one. I'll play that one last. I want to play another game like Cookies. Cookies was a fan favorite and with good reason. I've been trying to get Vinny to play Cookies for years. I think he would play really well on his channel. So we're all in agreement that the father of the family was butt fucking a random dude in the basement, right? Birkin. Oh, sensory hell. Why did that work? Oh, it's the voice. Alright. Can't hear you.
Jacket from your car.
In your car.
Fetch my jacket from your car.
I'm trying to.
It's nothing important. Get me out of here. I'm getting you a drink.
Getting you a drink, okay.
Get me out of here. Get me out of. Take me away. Take me away where you want me to be.
Get me away. Get him a toy, yeah! is that a turd? What is that?
He's gonna need some ice. He's gonna need some ice.
Oh. So you need to be able... There's no text. You need to be able to hear the voices.
Yeah, Generatoria! It's a pretty old song. But it's still one of my favorites. Yeah. Oh yeah, all right. Hey, where's that CD you promised me?
Wear ice, wear ice. This is awful. This is why I don't go to parties. People are always like, I bet you're a lot of fun at parties. No, I'm not, because I don't go to parties.
He's gonna need some ice.
Not that I don't get invited, but I also don't get invited, but I wouldn't go if I did.
Love it!
Love it, dude! Doing extreme sex directly in my nostrils, brah. That's gnar. This is probably what he would say.
Yeah, that should work.
It's not the right voice for that character. So I got the what I not get.
Hey man, you gotta shut the party down now. Hey man, turn off the power. Hey man.
This fucking sucks. Is that it? Is that it? I have a flashlight. Thanks for telling me. Hope everybody died. That was really loud and obnoxious. I hated that. It was painful to my tender little ears. My tender little deformed cauliflower ears. Alright, everybody, that's a fucking X-Bone. The game industry has been pursuing games, consoles as like VCRs for games since the 3DO, and they finally got there. Now we've got... They got there as of PS4 and X-Bone, looking straight up like DVD players from 1999 or 8. And it sucked. I imagine once they got there, like, why did we want this? Like, the point was that they were supposed to have more character than like a VCR. Like the Xbox One of that generation was just the dullest, most boring, second most boring. Xbox is the most boring platform. It's like they're trying to be aggressively boring with brutalist consoles that are just featureless boxes, realizing the name Xbox as literally as possible. They're also making the mistake that having the most powerful console means anything anymore. When we've had plenty, like, we haven't been power constrained for consoles for a long time. I'd say as of like PS3, we've had ample power to push HD graphics. And all you really need a new machine for is 4K at that point. 4K is diminishing returns. Key goes in box. Is that the box? Where key? Mon key? PS5, for all the hate that it gets, is at least trying to be a console that looks interesting and has a design language and has interesting features. It makes me sad that PSVR is such a flop. PSVR 2, anyway. Yeah, everybody is just depressed. I like it because personally, that's my vibe. Is depression core. I wear gray clothing all the time because everything sucks, and I'm tired of pretending it doesn't. I feel like that's where a lot of people in my generation are at. Is we're perpetually in mourning of the world that we were supposed to have, and now we're forced to live in techno-feudalist dystopia under the rule of Amazon and Meta and so forth, and we're making less and less money while costs keep going higher and higher, and we're just squeezed and squeezed and squeezed, and there's nothing we can seemingly do about it. A little cat. That's not in the game. That's real. It's a real little cat. Here's the little fella. Little shadow demon. Come here, you. What have you been up to all day? Meow. Oh, you want to eat? Do you want to eat or you want to get cuddled? Make your choice. Don't press P yet. The cat's not within range for petting. What's the appeal of going to such events? Listening to music is a genre I don't like. I guess just getting your dick wet. But at what cost, right? I did that as a young man. I went and saw a Bright Eyes concert with Connor Oberst, who just sings about what a piece of shit he is, and as women throw their panties at him. I don't know if he had any scandals, but it would shock me if he didn't. He had Davi vibes. I don't know what to do here. I did get to see some titties that night. One of the drunken ladies in attendance on the balcony flashed her boobs. Didn't escape. I guess I don't care about this. I'm not gonna comment because it would be mean. Uninstall this. These games just make me appreciate the good ones more. You do be right though. Like every building has unified architecture now. I happen to like that style, and I happen to like gray and black. So it's my utopia, but one man's utopia is another's dystopia. I've already resigned myself spiritually to being a denizen of hell, and other people who have not, understandably, are not faring as well. They're not coping. I see your red door and I want to paint it gray. No color anymore, your face and balls are gay. Oh, it's just Skinamarink. We're gonna get copyright struck for this? Literally, it is just Skinamarink. Fuck you, goddammit, this is Skinamarink. Which is the biggest waste of time I've ever seen on film. I feel sincerely angry at that movie. It's the slowest of the slow burns, and the big payoff is just like it's like edging for 6 hours and then getting like a little tiny sploot of cum at the end of it, where like the payoff isn't even satisfying. Longlegs wasn't bad, it was just mediocre. Except for Nick Cage. I'll see anything with Nick Cage in it. He carried that film hard. It's hard to take seriously anything where the big baddie is a Satanist, though, and Satanism is somehow like real. and Satan is real. Because that's just once you're out of that tradition, out of that fold, it's like trying to scare somebody with like Amway. You know what I mean? Or like Scientology. Like imagine a scary movie where the bad guy is Xenu. Like that might scare Scientologists, but everyone else would be like, "What the fuck am I? What is this? What is this?" Or like a Mormon horror game where you get sent to the outer darkness, and you don't get to ever make it into terrestrial or celestial heavens. To people for whom that is a presuppositional, like foundational premise, that could be especially spooky, because they're more inclined to take that seriously than because of what it implies. Also, that's the problem I had with what's that movie with Annabelle the doll? The Conjuring, I want to say. That movie literally has a still black image with text on it that says Jesus is real, Christianity is true, demons really exist, and converting to this religion is the only way to defend yourself against them. It's not that bad, but it's uh-oh. We stumbled across a Japanese porno, apparently. Damn, someone needs to wash this bathroom. Look at that. Look at those tiles. This is Skinamarink. If you're going to copy something good. You know Xenu is canonically trapped inside of a hollowed out mountain and set within a force field powered by an eternal battery? That's it's like 5-year-old writing, an eternal battery. This is technically well made, but it's just pointless. I hate Skinamarink with a passion. At least it's not PT. If it was just another PT, my butt would be flustered and my jimmies wrestled like never before. I say that as someone whose jimmies get wrestled pretty fucking often. Indeed, I speak that language. Kind of. Pretty. That's a good option to have. Nothing works anymore. Seems to insist on running at a stretched 1080p. Alright, whatever. You don't miss out on much. I could change it in Streamlabs OBS and it would just stream to everybody in 21:9. Would that be fine? I guess nobody watches it full screen anyway. Ghost train, choo choo. I'm a ghost, I'm a train, can't you see? I'm a ghost, I'm a train, and I gotta go pee. But don't go down there. This, you know what? Some kids just don't have any self-preservation instinct. The young ones, they yearn for the mines. I did this to myself by having to be fucking different and having a 21:9 monitor. I felt it made better use of my desk space. I should have just gotten a 4K 16:9 monitor. My eyesight's getting worse, though. I wouldn't be able to see the pixels. I need glasses, but glasses are like hundreds of dollars, potentially. Missing kids, got you. Got it. Welcome home in Joker font. Very standard haunted house bullshit. Am I a wee child? Am I a little... Or am I just a manlet? That's even worse. There's no glass of water. All the budget for the game went into making that bird move without the water. Aha. That's pretty. Were you actually planning on playing Dead Space? Yes, I am. This is the last game before Dead Space. Why? It's immediately after this. It's got some nice looking assets. Giggity. You ever make a song that's so fucking Kino and Suno it hurts you physically that you can't share it because it's really problematic by modern standards? I guess I could change the lyrics, but then there'd be no point. I know. I never. That's one of the things that's just how my stream works. Is that I set a category that doesn't apply. I do that because otherwise it requires me to stop what I'm doing and change the stream category every time I change games, which is actually quite often. It's distortion because it's stretched out. Don't be like me, kids. Don't get a ultra wide monitor. It's been nothing but a hassle. It's beautiful when it works, but it works less often than it doesn't work. And when it doesn't work, it's a whole lot of stress and patching executables and other bullshit. I thought it was a good idea when I got it. I didn't realize I was being an early adopter. And that it wouldn't have standard support for many years.
I beg you. I need help. Louis, it's me, your little sister. I've been trapped here for 2 years. There's something in the basement. A creature that traps and eats children. You have to help. I don't know what's up to. You need to find a way to open my door. Please, hurry up. I don't want to die.
Nobody wants to die, kid. But we all gotta do it. Oh, spooky doll. Spooky, spooky doll, spooky doll, spooky doll. This is more of a game than the other ones so far. It's got puzzles to solve. It's all just so cliche, however. Assets look good, though. Lighting looks good. It's funny that all the spooky mansions are like from the 1800s, however. We never see a spooky, like, 1980s McMansion. What's the order? This fucking sucks. I wish I could say come back to it, but I won't. I'll keep it anyway, just in case we do. Alright, so the GPU driver installation should be complete now. Make sure that it is. And that should mean Dead Space works. Uh-oh. Detected NVIDIA GeForce driver number 511.79. The recommended driver is 527.37. I thought I already did that. What's the matter? Why not work? Why not function? I feel like bugs are crawling on my skin, but there's nothing there when I look. Did we play this one already? This looks familiar. May as well try it. We still got some time to go. Meow, 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 meow. Little one. Oh, we already played this one. Never mind. Hang on. BRB. You ever feel like too much has gone wrong in your life to justify remaining invested in what happens? It's like a book that you lost interest in, but you're forced to keep reading it. It's like if Laura can hang herself and nobody stops her in time after everything that she went through and overcame. After if my sister can be killed by a drunk driver, even after everything that my family did to try to get her help, and if my cat can die after all the money I put into trying to stretch her life out, then you know what? Just fuck everything. Fuck everything. Fuck this reality. I've kind of checked out, and I've been checked out for a while now. To where what the events of my life are just like a TV that's prattling on in the background as I try to sleep. Come here. Come here, cat. Ugh. Let me pet you. I still love my cat, though. I still find new things to care about. For most people, that's romance and starting a family. If that's off the table for you, though, it's really hard to answer the question of what you're living for. That's what I've been struggling with lately. Is if no affordable housing, and if President Trump for the next 4 years, and if World War III, and if technological unemployment, and if no wife, and if no kids, then what am I doing? What is my life? I guess taking care of my cat and my hamsters. That's enough for me for now. Oh, little kitty cat. She's in my lap now. You can push Pete, I'll pet her. I'm scratching her butt. Her little bum bum. She loves butt scratches. Maybe I should put a collar camera on her and see what she gets up to. What if it's really fucked up shit like fucking cheating on taxes and laundering money? Driver download failed. What do you mean? What do you mean driver download failed? What do you mean driver download failed? Okay. Why don't you have a seat and let me cuddle you? Okay, cat. Oh, I adore you so much. Meow. Can I get you to meow into the not camera, microphone? That was pitiful. She's not cooperating. Here's the little Fuzzington. I squeezed her body a little bit so she'd meow, but she just burped. I squeezed the burp out of my cat. I'm scratching your butt. I scratch your butt. I scratch your butt. I don't understand what's not working here. I click download, and it re-downloads the driver. .1 megabytes. Should be plenty of room. Last installed one is indeed from 2022. That's 2 years ago. Google it. Close other programs. Okay. Do I have to? Oh, does that mean I have to close the streaming program? It might. I have to close Streamlabs briefly. Alright, as soon as it gets close to finishing, I'll shut it down. Kind of a cat. I hope I'm not allergic to you. If I was allergic to my cat, what would I even do? She's not going. I guess I'll just suffer. What is that? Cat juice. Cat juice injections. What do you mean? What a good little Torb. Oh, she's loafing. She's becoming a lap loaf. You fit so neatly into my lap. It's like a xenomorph alcove.